Shabbat shalom once again, saints. This is Maury Nathaniel, and I felt compelled to come back on and talk about something that came to my heart. Um, the Psalms are praise. Um, we are to give the Most High praise, and we have a book of praise. And I sat there and thought about the book of praise. Um, and the words that are written in the book of praise. And I just want to go over a few of those verses to give you all a highlight of some of the things that the Psalms has written in it. That's beautiful. And I mean that sincerely. It's beautiful. But that beauty of word is tied into a duty in the spirit. The beauty of the word is tied into the duty in the spirit. I want to look, let's just think about this for a second, what he says in the 119th Psalms. I think it's verse 81 or 82. I know, O Yahweh, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hath afflicted me. I have the entire 119 Psalms memorized. And I can see the verses in my mind. And when it tells us to meditate, I used to go to school, like I hope we all did. And I remember the teacher used to tell us to meditate, not to meditate, to memorize the subject matter by heart. By heart, memorized by heart. What does that mean? That it's so repetitious that it's like the beating of your heart. Understanding and being able to spit the words out from memory by heart. Mind and heart are interconnected. That's what they didn't say memorize it by mind. They said memorize it by heart. So when I think about the Psalms, especially particularly the 119 Psalms, I think about what the words are saying. In the letter Teth, the entire 8 verses are deep. Thou hast dealt well with thy servant, O Yahweh, according unto thy word. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. This is the kicker verse right here. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now have I kept thy word. Remember, this is a book of praise to the Most High. And look at the content of what is being said. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now have I kept thy word. Before you punished me, before I was beaten down, I went astray. But now that I have been punished and I see the error of my ways, now I've kept thy word. Understanding the verses, memorizing the verses means nothing without understanding them correctly. Memorizing a bunch of words means nothing if you don't understand what you are memorizing. The book of praise, y'all. The book of praise has many facets to it. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones that thou hast broken may rejoice. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones that thou hast broken may rejoice. See, this gets into the portion of when I get to talking about suffering. Suffering for Yah, suffering for the Mashiach, suffering for the kingdom. Those are the three things we must suffer for if we are to suffer. And if we are followers of the Mashiach, then we are destined to suffer. The book of praise. How sweet are thy words to my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Let my soul live, and it shall praise thee, and let thine judgments help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments. Forever, O Yahweh, thy word is settled in heaven. I could just feel the words as I have memorized them, and as I have understood them, and when I recite them out of my mouth, I get power and energy and strength when it is done correctly, in faith, and in humility. I sing praises. I wish I could sing. I sing praises unto the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I thank the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I thank him. I thank him. I leave you, saints, because I just didn't come on to be long-winded. I just want to highlight what the book of praise means to me. And I hope it means something more to you. Because if you put these words, if you put the law in your heart, and if you put the 119 Psalms in your heart, and you can meditate and draw the power from it, especially from the law, you should know thou shalt and thou shalt not. The 10 Commandments should be tinseled in your mind already. So you should be ready to get Exodus 21, 22, and 23 under your belt. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Huh? If men strive together and one smite another with a stone or a fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walketh abroad upon his staff, the one who smote him shall be clear. Only he shall pay for him for the loss of his time, and he shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. That is law. Put the law in your heart. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Do not afflict a widow or fatherless child. For if thou afflict them in any way, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry, and I will punish you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children shall be fatherless. Keep thee far from a false matter. I can keep going on and on and on. Put the law in your heart. Know what the law is. Get it in there and let it work for you. And again, I'm Moray Nathaniel, and I leave you in peace. Shabbat shalom, family.